Hi, folks. My name is Danny. Welcome to Danny's Corner. Today, I want to continue this analysis of a couple of videos that I just stumbled across of an argument that broke out in Congress a few days ago. And I was giving my commentary as a totally blind person. And I want to continue this. So, in this video, here we have again Marjorie Taylor Greene continuing on with her remarks. There seemed, as I said in the first video, there was a second remark that was made by Marjorie Taylor Greene, saying that Ms. Ocasio Cortez was not an intelligent person, and those remarks should be struck down. But before that, Marjorie Taylor Greene was saying to the chairman, I suppose, that Ocasio Cortez had no idea, and started or continued insisting that it was her time to speak. So there was no consideration whatsoever from Miss Greene to anybody but herself and her time and her space, and there was everything had to do or was about her, which, let me tell you, when you are in a place of position, a high position such as Congress or any other type of government job, it's not about you. It's about the people. You are in second place or third place, and you must work as a team. And what I'm hearing just on this video alone is somebody wanting to shine over other people, and Ms. Greene here seems to have this attitude that she can do whatever she wants, and apparently she can say whatever she wants without there being any repercussions to her actions. She just wants to mow down everybody, and she doesn't want to get penalized for that. That's what it seems like to me. But again, the bickering continues. Okay, so um, Miss Ocasio Cortez said that Miss Greene had told her that um, Ocasio Cortez wasn't intelligent enough to talk to Miss Greene, and this is what she repeated two more times, and then somebody else second that, and then we can hear Marjorie Taylor Greene laughing at that, or some sort of a wanting to laugh. And let me tell you, it's just really unprofessional. Um, what's happening here, and I can't repeat it enough. It's sad what's happening when we are wasting time and money discussing these things. And again, the nonsense continues because there's another woman defending Miss Greene, and mention of popcorn. This same person accuses another person here of working for somebody else. It's all a mess. And then Greene says something about she turning 50. Like, what does this have to do with whatever they're discussing? And what I mean, whatever they're discussing is anything having to do with the hearing. I mean, all of this stuff, like the bleach blonde remarks, the intelligent remarks or lack thereof, the turning 50, the body shaming. What does this have to do with why they are gathered at that place? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. It's a waste of time. And I believe that as a whole, they owe an apology to the American people. Each and every one of them. Not only these three women, but everybody that was there owes an apology to the American people, the people that they serve. Doesn't matter if it's Republicans or Democrats. We should get over this partisan politics thing where party goes before anything else. No, the people go first. And for the people, we must do everything, including sacrificing our ego. And I think that's the key word here, ego. There are some big egos in this room, in this chamber, and it's sad to see this. Definitely, just if this is what our founding fathers were envisioning for America, I'm sure that they would be disappointed because instead of being a beacon of hope, a light at the end of the tunnel, this has become certainly the road to a dark place. So here we have the chairman being spoken to by two people, and all of a sudden, after the chairman says it's not your turn to speak or this or that, all of a sudden he goes silent, doesn't say anything. And then Marjorie Taylor Greene continues with her nonsense saying Democrats are this. And it's like, again, there is no shame when it comes to taking, she doesn't take responsibility for anything. Anything. And I didn't find her apology to be sincere when she did the Beetlejuice thing. She was so interested in the event that she was attending that she was distracted over something else, and something else was more engaging than that, apparently. So, yeah, that's a nice way to show your appreciation for an event. But anyway, I digress. It's chaos. It's chaos, and here we see that the chairman isn't doing a thing. Now, I would like to say something because, again, this is a person who's hard of hearing. I do believe that there is a way to do your job as a person who's hard of hearing. I don't think that's really the problem here. The problem here, again, are people's egos. They have taken them too far, and they are not for the people, but they are for the party that they're affiliated with. And so everything is about themselves, including the person who happens to be the chairman for this committee or whatever this is. He apparently has selective hearing because he doesn't know what's going on in this part of the video. He seems non-responsive. And again, it's not because of his hard of hearing issue. I don't think. it has to do with something else. So one thing is being hard of hearing, and another thing is using that um, to wash your hands out of any responsibility whatsoever. As a person who is leading this committee, there should be more respect, which this person is not showing at all. And that's just disgraceful. Okay, so I don't have these videos in order, but apparently, uh, Ms. Ocasio Cortez, if I'm not wrong, did speak um, about this when it came to, defending one of her colleagues from Marjorie Taylor Greene's comment, and saying that that these words should be struck down, um, about the eyelashes, apparently. And she says that it was absolutely unacceptable, um, her behavior. So she says, "How dare you attack the physical appearance of another person?" And again, um, there's somebody talking over her, and you can't hear what the guy's saying. And I don't know if anybody else could hear what she's saying, but you can clearly hear Miss Green saying, "Are your feelings hurt?" And then she says, as I believe it's Ocasio Cortez says, move her words down, and then Miss Green does this thing. Again, it's just bully tactics. This is not the way we should be behaving um, in a place where there is supposed to be respect. I think we lost it ever since January 6th of whenever this took place, the invasion. Um, there's something lingering there. Something is not right. And again, um, this is just childish behavior. Um, Sorry, I don't think a child would even do this. A child would have more common sense than to do this. Animals would have more respect for their fellow mates than to, behave like this. Uh, it's interesting how, in history we're told how Native Americans were this and Native Americans were that, or how, throughout history there have been some people that have made fun of countries like in Africa or countries in Latin America, because this is the stuff that goes on in their countries, or this is what we expect, right? Even when it comes to like public events such as soccer or other events, we see these kind of things happening in those countries. But in America, when could you imagine that something like this would have happened in the United States, or something like what took place between Bernie Sanders, the union leader, and I forget the other person's name, where Bernie Sanders had to separate them before they got to blows or whatever. Again, it's just chaos, and there's no escaping this. Uh, and again, this could have been avoided, completely avoided, if these people would act as what they are. representatives of government fighting for you and I. But apparently, it's also people's fault because they're not voting with their intelligence. They're voting based on their emotions. They're voting based on their feelings. They're voting based on instincts, what they feel then and there, based on their urges. Um, there's no reading, there's no comprehension of what's going on, there's nothing. Um, if this is the way the Romans behaved before their demise, before the empire fell, yeah, we are close to that as well. And we better stop this before it goes any further. And we should do something, because it's not getting any better. It's not getting any better. So I want to end this by saying the following. Again, all people that were involved in this situation should be ashamed of themselves. All of them. Somebody does clearly have selective hearing. I'm not saying that his hearing impairment is not true, but he only hears what he wants to hear, because it's very clear that when he decides to let somebody speak, he speaks out, no problem, and starts talking over people. And, when it's convenient, he stays silent and doesn't say anything. So he's part of the problem. And again, I don't have this issue with hearing impairment. I believe somebody who's hearing impaired can participate in these type of things. You just need to be able to work together and know that this is not the Jerry Springer show. Know that this is not the Ricky Lake show. Know that this is not any other talk show out there. People need to hear what's going on. So it's not only for his benefit, but for all that people speak one at a time. But here we can see, or we can, definitely tell that this guy has selective hearing, because he says to one person, it's your turn to speak, and then to the other person, well, it's not your turn to speak. So this guy is everywhere. And again, as I've said before, this person also has party affiliation instead of what he cares more about what his party is for, instead of what the people are for. Lastly, I think Marjorie Taylor Greene, in my opinion, should be kicked out. Should have been kicked out not only from this hearing, but she should also be kicked out from any committee or the Congress, period. Because she constantly accuses Democrats of doing this, of doing that, and even the last thing that was heard was Miss Crockett wanted to, and I believe Miss Ocasio-Cortez also said something about Miss Greene apologized for the words that she said. It's clear that she's not going to apologize whatsoever. And it's clear, too, that her apologies don't mean a thing. So why do they want an apology? It's useless. It doesn't count for anything. Just let it go. And I think this was the problem here, that emotions ran high. These people don't know how to handle conflict, and Miss Green is the way that she's going to be. And at the end of the day, um, her colleagues are not the ones that are going to be voting her in if she decides to run again. It's going to be the people who are going to decide if they want her back or not. And with this display, with this type of behavior that she has done, people are already seeing who she is. Um, she can say whatever she wants off camera, or try to justify herself. But I believe that this video speaks louder with her actions, with the things that she used. And it's just sad. But again, if people want to vote her in, then you get what you get. And don't be complaining why this government is running the way that it's running. It's because of people like her that the United States has been given a bad name. I point out again, people who point out that they're turning 50 and that their body looks great. Nobody cares about that. Nobody cares about that. The people that should care about that should be in her household and some of the people that she knows. But the rest of us in different parts of the United States really don't care about that. Do your job, which is what you get paid for. And if you want to go into another industry where you talk about beauty and how to stay nice and fit, then go do that and leave Congress, because Congress is not the place where you should be talking about yourself. You got the wrong job there. But anyway, this is the reason why the United States is slowly but surely being sucked in. This is why we will not be able to elect good people, because it's a cesspool. And what good can come out of a cesspool? Nothing. Nothing good. It seems like we haven't learned our lesson yet. Anyway, I end with this. Thank you very much for tuning in. Remember that I will leave the videos that I am taking these conversations from, or the argument. It was not really a conversation. I will leave the videos either in the description or the comment. And have a nice day. Thank you very much.